Our Super Bowl goes through Green Bay. It's the Rams and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Tonight, we'll close out the weekend with what should be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott joined in the booth by Brock Hewitt. And in a minute, partner, we are going to kick off, and it'll be a moment both teams have fought for all season. A chance to win the conference title, and more importantly, punch that ticket to the Super Bowl.
There is so much. You can just feel it in this building. There is so much pomp and circumstance that comes with this game. And winning the conference title is a major achievement for a franchise, no question. But you and I both know this, Kate. This isn't the trophy they've spent all season thinking about. It's not the ultimate prize, but it is just a step on the way to what they've been focused on all season long. Only one of these two teams is going to take that step and get that shot for the biggest trophy of them all in this league, that Lombardi trophy.
Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Second down now, 7 to go. To the air, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on third down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
Throwing now on first down. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Throwing now from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Green Bay. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Trey Tucker to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it in all.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Logan Cook on the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Nice return there, 15 yards gained. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Green Bay touchdown. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just...
And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the Packers at a 50-B out there for this 3rd down play. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And this one doesn't go far. They get 2 yards on the run. It's 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a 1st down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Starts from the 44. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 now from the 30. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Big gap up the middle. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker with the extra point. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. Butker Baker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Rams headed out to the field now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. You better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Spears running behind center. And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line. He gets 2 out of it, but it's going to be 4th down.
Defenses at this level, really any level, will let all day, every day, and twice on Sundays. You give up yards, even a healthy chunk of them. But just float the ball and make sure he's brought to a halt well shy of that 1st down marker.
The Rams are set to punt. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the New England Patriots who are once again heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Cut by Jennings. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Rams on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Bryce Huff in on the tackle.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think we can officially call this pile-on mode. They've been the better group all game. You felt it. This quarterback, well, he certainly felt the brunt of it. The rest of the way, Kate, this may be time to pad those stats and keep on pressing against a group that has had no answers for him up front.
The Rams are set to punt. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. So no return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Come on, set. Hey, check go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Going to the ground again on first. Moving on into the red zone. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers continue piling on to this lead.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. The Rams have it, but their postseason run in jeopardy as they trail. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 23. Caught for big yards on the right side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Yellow.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. On the move, headed right. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks. That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
On now comes their punter. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Packers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Jacobs. And he only gets this one down to the 9. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard
Head to 60.
line.
Head to 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
3rd and long for him here. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Up and good from Blankenship. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This is taken in at the 13. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he can't escape, the Packers drop him. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl.